Sanctuary Hills is a fan favourite area in Fallout 4, often used as a settlement by most players. Once you exit the vault, it'll probably be the first place you come across on your adventure. However, did you know that there are several unmarked locations and secret stashes scattered around both Sanctuary and the surrounding areas? Today's video will be showcasing the top 10 of these, and I'll be taking you through each and every one of them. They range from decent starting weapons and armour all the way to gold bars and plenty of equipment to get you going on your next run. So the only thing you'll need for this is obviously an internet connection to watch the video, as well as some bobby pins, maybe RadAway and a gun to protect yourself, but you can find most of that scattered around Sanctuary itself. But first up, we've got his home. Now, once you arrive in, the first thing you want to pick up is the Grognag the Barbarian comic. Critical hits permanently do 5% on melee and unarmed. If you're doing that type of run, it's useful to pick up. Second up, you've got a Your Special book. It'll give you +1 to any of your special skills. If you need that +10 strength for carry weight, or you need some extra hit points, be sure to pick up Endurance. Doing that, we'll want to exit out, and next up we've got a secret cellar. So you want to head straight on across here, passing by all of the debris, and we'll find a cellar at the back of this building. And often completely overlooked by most players, let's visit the root cellar. Inside, the root cellar comes with everything a survivalist might need, from food to purified water, as well as some gold bars. Now, these are quite valuable if you want to sell them, or useful if you need gold as a crafting item later on. Pick up the ammunition and anything else you can scrounge before we head on out. But don't go too far, as our next place is located directly on the roof. You'll want to use this tree to carefully climb up, and once you do, you can find a duffel bag full of equipment. Usually it contains a starting weapon as well as some ammunition. Next up, we're heading east towards the Lake of Sanctuary. Located a very short walk away, you can find a suitcase that contains some raider armor and leather pieces. When you combine what's in the suitcase with the leather legs, you get a decent amount of damage reduction early on in the game. Now, next up, we'll want to walk straight over to this rowboat. This is optional, as you may take a good bit of rads when diving. Taking away the water, you can see our target is the sunken rowboat right here. This is where I said you may require a bobby pin, or well, you will. It's a novice lock though, so it should be pretty easy for you, giving you a sizable amount of starting items for your journey ahead, and sometimes you get the odd rifle or shotgun, which will really boost you up. Next, I want to swim all the way back to the shoreline, and once we swim up, you'll be able to see it's right over here. It's a water pump. Now, be sure to take the RadAway and the Rad-X, if you had any, to negate all of the rads that you got when you were swimming about. Open the circuit breaker here, and we'll follow all the way up here to see exactly what it opened, giving you a early boost to not only some caps that you can find in the lid here, but this fellow carries a snub-nose .44 pistol, or just a 44 pistol, with some ammunition and a bobby pin box. So if you needed bobby pins for the sunken rowboat, visit here. And if you need the RadAway that you didn't have previously, you can find it up here in this little box. Just lift the box, drop it down, and you get 2 RadAway, and it seems to be some Rad-X. Okay, so next up, we're actually going to head back down to the river, because there's a hidden medical kit that most people completely miss. It's located over in this pier, and once you look the cooler, you might get some decent items. Underneath, the first aid kit is right here, sometimes giving you a quick boost to your stim pack collection. Right, we'll be heading on over to the Red Rocket Station next. Once you get up to it, you'll want to head round to the back. Now that you've got some weapons and armour, you'll be able to take down the easy population of mole rats that inhabit the den. These are the ones you'll actually fight if they emerge when you explore the Red Rocket Station, but killing them down here means they won't spawn for you later on. But there's more things here that meets the eye. Inside you can find a fusion core, as well as a bit of a lore as to why this Red Rocket Station won a load of Trash Buster awards. Spoiler alert, they were dumping everything. That's why they kept winning. There's a safe in here as well as a toolbox, so you'll be exiting out with quite a lot of equipment. Do be careful though, the buildup of gas means that any use of rifles or weapons will lead to a quick explosion, so bear that in mind. Now that you've exited the Mole Rat Den or back at the Red Rocket Station, you'll want to swing back round towards the statue that you would have seen if you'd crossed the bridge at Sanctuary. There's normally a pretty decently packed duffel bag as well as a scavenger raider, in my case a raider, with some more ammunition. Okay, so we want to head straight on over here to a little APC that has found itself stuck. I believe this is actually the one from the opening sequence. When you dive into the vault, you see an APC sitting outside the neighbourhood in Sanctuary Hills. And whilst it tried to get away after the nuclear blast, you can see it clearly over here. But whilst it does have some items that you may need, the most important thing is actually this army helmet. It has a whopping 10 damage threshold, making it one of the best things that you can find. Plus, the chance of finding antibiotics in a first aid kit, it's hard to beat. Okay, so next up we're going to head back in the direction of Concord. Again, with the statue and the raider that we seen earlier, once you climb up the hill, you'll actually find a safe that's already been opened. It always contains some ammunition and 3 stim packs, a great boost. If you want to see it exactly where it is in the map, right here west of the Red Rocket truck stop. Next up, we've got the Concord Water Tower. If you need some purified water for doing a survival playthrough or any playthrough, you'll want to hit this up. It'll get you 4 cans of that as well as more first aid. And to top it all off, you'll want to head over here to a half-buried steamer trunk. Inside, usually, you can find a decent weapon, bottle caps, and ammunition. Once you raid all 10 of these locations, you will be pretty set for your next Fallout 4 run. And that's before you start raiding all the houses in Sanctuary and the Red Rocket Station itself. I hope this will help you in your next run. Thank you so much for watching.